This episode comes to you in the format of an audiobook. You call yourself ambitious. You've got plans. You know there's something powerful in you, but somehow starting feels impossible. Each day you whisper, if I just did what I know I'm capable of, everything would change. But here's the issue, you don't. And every time you don't, something inside feels heavier. Like there's a growing space between who you are right now and who you could be. And that space hurts. It's frustrating, confusing, and the longer it lasts, the more you begin to wonder, is something wrong with me? Let's begin with that pain. Most people try to skip this part. They ignore it, cover it with motivational slogans like, just do it. But that pain, it matters. It's not weakness. It's your mind trying to tell you something important. So let's unpack it. At the root of all this is something called the ambition to action gap. It's the silent force behind all your stuckness. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff. Across the canyon is everything you want, your goals, your potential, the future you see in your head. But in between is a massive drop, that gap. Every time you hesitate, that canyon feels like it's widening. You feel like your dream is slipping further, and you're stuck, thinking, planning, replaying. Every missed chance piles more weight into a metaphorical backpack you carry daily. And it's not just in your mind. You feel it in your shoulders, in your moods, in the creeping doubt that touches everything. Eventually, the goal isn't even the point anymore. It becomes about who you believe you are. You start to think, maybe I'm just not the kind of person who gets things done. And that's where the real damage begins. But here's what makes it worse. You're not lost. You know what needs to be done. You've researched, studied, planned, but when it's time to act, you don't. Then the self-criticism kicks in, the negative voice. What's wrong with me? Am I lazy? Maybe I don't want it badly enough. Wrong questions. The issue isn't laziness or lack of drive. It's that something unseen is in the way. Let's talk about those invisible blocks, the ones most people never recognize but quietly control everything. You aren't lacking ambition or intelligence, but you are being blocked, and you may not even see it. These blocks show up as habits, justifications, emotions that seem completely valid at the time. For some, the first block is overwhelm. The dream is so big it feels impossible. You can clearly see step 100, but step 1 feels buried. Your brain freezes. Escape feels safer than effort. So you avoid your goal by doing things that feel productive, but aren't the real thing. For others, the block is perfectionism or all or nothing thinking. If I can't do it perfectly, why bother starting? You might have always been seen as talented, capable, and the idea of trying and not being instantly great, terrifying. So, you stall. Because if you never begin, you never risk failing. Then there's the high future fantasy trap. You spend hours daydreaming, researching, planning every detail. It feels like you're doing something. But in truth, you're hiding from real action. Planning carries no risk. Dreaming is safe. Action? That could mean failing. And your brain wants to protect you from that. Sound familiar? That's not weakness. These are defense mechanisms. They shield you from shame, from fear, even from success. Yes, success, because change is scary too. Success might mean outgrowing people, facing pressure, or navigating new territory. But knowing this isn't enough. So how do you break this cycle? Let's go there. Motivation won't save you. If it could, you'd be done by now. You need something else. Truth and simplicity. Step 1. Return to reality. Not what you plan to do, what you actually did. Ambitious people often live in their minds, possibility land. But change starts when you get grounded. Write your goal. Then write exactly what you did this week to move toward it. If your goal is write a book, but you wrote 0 words, say it plainly. I wrote 0 words. That's not shame, it's data, reality, and reality is your ally.
Yes, it stings. But that sting, it wakes you up. No more hiding behind, I'm just waiting for the right time. You now see exactly where you are. Step 2. If you didn't act, ask, why not? Too tired? Unsure where to start? Anxious? Be honest. Don't explain it away. Don't beat yourself up. Just write the truth. This reveals the real problem, not the one you assumed. Now, the key, make the start ridiculously small. Want to run a marathon? Don't think 26 miles. Just put your shoes on. Want to write a book? Don't aim for a chapter. Type one sentence. That's it. Your brain isn't resisting the end goal, it's resisting the beginning. Make the beginning tiny. So small, it's almost laughable. Set a daily minimum that's impossible to fail. 5 push ups, 2 minutes of writing, 1 paragraph of reading. Do more if you feel like it, but that's a bonus. Miss a day? Don't panic. Don't label yourself lazy. Just ask, what stopped me? How can I make tomorrow easier? No punishment, just information. And if your minimum still feels hard, lower it again. Momentum matters more than intensity. 1 push up a day beats one great workout followed by quitting. And most importantly, don't wait for motivation. Track your streak. In the beginning, it might feel awkward, silly, even useless. That's fine. What matters is that you're proving something to yourself. I do what I say I'll do, even when it's uncomfortable. Let's end with the mindset shift you need. Even with tools and tricks, your thinking must change. This is the hard truth. Your dreams and your potential, not enough. You don't need more strategies. You don't need to feel ready. You need movement, action, even if it's tiny, even if it's unimpressive. The goal isn't to impress others. It's not to be flawless. It's to become someone who takes action consistently. People who succeed don't always feel inspired. They've just learned to take the next step again and again. And when they stumble, they adjust, not quit. They keep moving. So if you're stuck, stop trying to outthink your fear. Work with it. Take a step so small your brain can't say no. Do it, even if it feels dumb. Then do it again and again until taking action becomes who you are. That's how you close the gap. Not with one big leap or the perfect plan, but through small, undeniable steps forward. Forget perfection, forget potential, be the one who moves. And believe that every small move is bringing you closer to who you're meant to be. That wraps up today's episode. Let me know what you thought about this topic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next one.